Mm. I'm pretty excited about this. I really enjoyed God of War Ragnarok. No, you probably don't know this. I didn't put it on the channel, but I did 100% it. Um, yeah, it was worth every second. And I just found out yesterday that this DLC was dropping today. I knew about the DLC like mm, a little bit ago, like maybe what a month ago, or probably when it was around the time it was first announced or whatever. Don't remember how long ago that was. Wasn't too long ago, but yeah, I happened to catch the trailer for it yesterday, or at least like the one that Santa Monica put out, or they kind of talked about it a little bit. So it sounds like there's a story element, but the way that it was described kind of made it sound that it was maybe more focused on like combat, like they said, like pitting different combinations of enemies against Kratos. Like that's really cool. Like I mean, if it is even mostly focused on combat, like hey, I'm all for it either way. Whatever the case, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Like this is just this is one of my favorite games. The first game was awesome, and I've played the original God of War 1 and 2 back in the day. Still need to play 3. I do have the HD version on my PS4, so we'll get to that sometime eventually, and probably stream it. But yeah, so I did install, like, it did say that this game is ready to play on my installation. Just not like I don't think I could load the full game, but I did install the DLC, so this Valhalla, so we should be able to play that okay. So let's try it out here. Oh, and as far as my microphone goes, like the last time I streamed Batman, um, I noticed it was like popping a lot. I think it, like my microphone had dropped down too close to my mouth. I like to keep it up, kind of away, but just mostly just up, not too far away. I used to do that, and I was just getting too much echo from um, turning up, having to turn up my um, volume uh, so much. It was uh, that it was picking up, like turning up my input microphone input volume so much that it was picking up the game audio from my headphones was leaking back into my microphone. So hopefully you won't hear too much of that. As long as I don't turn up my headset a ridiculous amount, you probably shouldn't hear that. At, at least, yeah, at least not a considerable amount like it was in the past. But yeah, so um, I don't know. I don't want to waste too much time here. I know a bunch of other people are streaming it, so if you happen to come to my stream, thank you. If you just happen to be watching this video after the fact, thanks for checking it out. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to getting back into this. I'm sorry, I'm clearing my throat. I just ate dinner, so hopefully there won't be too much of that. I'll try to mute my microphone if it gets too bad, though. So, yeah, let's check it out. The following content is meant to be experienced after the completion of God of War Ragnarok and will contain spoilers if you wish to proceed. Yeah, we played that. Let's see here. Yeah, so I think when I played the other one, or the base game, um, yeah, I want to say I did play it at the highest difficulty, or how did that go? I don't remember exactly. Hmm. Well, we could try it here, and I guess if it's too frustrating, we could turn it down. That's probably makes the most sense, right? I'm probably kind of rusty though, so that could be a problem. But because I don't know when did this game come out, like last year sometime. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I kind of get the fundamentals in my head, kind of, but I don't know. I've played so many action games since then that I may be a bit confused. It may take me a minute, so bear with me. I'm gonna mute my microphone during the cutscene so I'm not clearing my throat over top of it. Let me just try to get it out. I'm gonna try to drink something actually. So funnily enough, this was the first game that I streamed. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, when I first um, set this whole thing up on my PlayStation, I didn't even know that. Like, if I had known that I could stream just from my PlayStation without owning any other hardware, I probably would have streamed um, before then, because I've been wanting to get into it for years, or just, you know, like posting game content. Really, like I used to edit videos and stuff like that. I know I've mentioned this before, but like I've wanted to like edit videos, but just like it just became kind of too daunting of a thing. Like it's something I could get into the future, but I feel like this is the easiest way for me to start out right now without having to be like just too big of a project in my head, because if it sounds like too big, like too rigorous, and I don't just like take the baby steps, then it can be overwhelming, and I just like won't do it. But once I get involved, once I start doing something, it becomes things become easier for me. It's probably just the way it goes in general, right? Probably for a lot of people. So I don't know. It looks like I feel like this is still waiting for the game to be downloaded. Like this seems like it's taking a while. Like I know I installed the DLC, so hold on. Let me go see what the progress is on the game download. Well, we're only halfway there. So, um, yeah. Uh, I I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. So, Um, seems like this stream's gonna be a bust. I might have to just end it and then come back. Maybe we'll just use this stream just to, I don't know, talk about it, just to prep it. Maybe I was gonna say maybe I'll share it, but I don't want to share this stream. Um, so I don't want to give people the wrong idea. Uh, but yeah, probably. I think it'll make the most sense to start a new stream, but I guess we could just talk about God of War. So I did watch the that digital comic again. It's pretty cool, little digital comics like Number Zero. It's like the story of let's say Kratos talking about basically his I think let's see when did it I don't know if it came out with I think would it had to come out with the original God of War. Could be wrong, um but yeah, it talks about how no actually was it the first one? No, it's Ragnarok. It's yeah, I think it's Ragnarok actually. Um, I'm just trying to remember like the context for the first one. Um, so like anyway, the comic, yeah, I'm terrible at like stories and stuff. It's and if I'm keeping up with it, if I'm in the midst of it, so to speak, I can follow the stories pretty well. But like if you ask me to recall something, I mean, there's so many stories in my head, right? It's like um, I haven't retreaded this one in a while, so there's like like it starts with like Kratos and basically talking about how his this new Kratos is about him trying to control his rage and everything and just mastering that and like letting the wolves attack him instead of fighting back. So they're just like so he's just like um, controlling his uh his reaction to defend himself. He just like pushes them away or whatever, but he doesn't actually um, kill them. And I think those are the wolves who end up becoming the ones in Ragnarok. That's why I think that it was specifically about Ragnarok, right? What are their names? Um, Sveti, uh, Verd, Sveti, something like that. Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, then like Atreyu, Atreyu, Atreus comes in. Oh, like, and the mom is there too. What's her name? I want to say Freya, but it's not Freya. um, uh, shoot. What the heck was her name? Dang. It's like, I remember all the, like, you see all those, like, flashback segments in Ragnarok. It's really cool. Um, and, like, you see how, like, she was really, um, strong, but, like, she, she kind of, like, inspired Kratos, I think. I mean, like, she was, like, an inspiration for him because of the fact that she, was, like, this fierce war at one point in time, but she had, like, relinquish that past life. So like I think yeah, Kratos sees that as a inspiration for him, kind of doing the same. I think he looks up to her in that way. Because she like yeah, there's like the history of like how she fought um, Thor, right? There was that huge battle they had, and that's where like that the big like lightning bolt you see it's like became permafrosted by that magic, I guess, like the clashing of when the two roads collide. Basically, they're the ice and the lightning like freezes it just froze the lightning there. It's really cool. Little monument there to their battle. Um, but yeah. And then oh yeah, so yeah, she's like there cooking in the house, and then Kratos is telling her about how he didn't fight the wolves. He just let it wasn't a fight because yeah, he wasn't fighting back. He was just I guess just yeah, letting them bite him and stuff, but just kind of using the minimum amount of defense to protect his life, I guess. But like then eventually the wolves gave up, and um, but then like Atreus, Atreus comes running in and is like, um, he wants to like he's like excited to talk to Kratos about asks him if he killed the wolves or whatever, and um, Kratos is like, foolish boy. Of course not. You have a lot to learn. Like that sort of thing, Just berating him for not understanding, for just being like, because he really doesn't want him to be like he was, the whole ghost of Sparta, um, just fueled by rage. So it's gonna be kind of like weird, gonna be kind of hard going back to God of War 3, where like I don't know, like I don't. I mean, it's gonna be awesome, sure, but it's weird now that I like see this new Kratos or whatever. Going back to like rage-filled Kratos is gonna be weird, but at least there's like that got to be some turning point, right? I mean, at the end of the game, I mean, there's after he's basically killed every Greek god or whatever, every god of the pantheon and whatnot. Like, he's got to have some turning point or whatever, right? I mean, basically, so some kind of segue to get us into the new one, maybe. I don't know. Mm, I know like the new one is like a different take. It came out much later, so I don't really know. I'm not really sure what happens at the end of God of War 3. Um, I don't really remember like no in the first two. Let's see, in the first, I think in the second one he killed Zeus, who was his dad, right? And then in the first one, who did he beat in that? He just beat a lot of people, I think, and then he swore that he was coming after Zeus next, I think. And like I think, oh, that's right, it was the God of War Ares, yeah, duh. Um, it's like I think they got all big and like fought each other. um, and then I think what Hera was trying to warn Kratos not to come after Zeus or something, like Zeus's wife, right? Uh, and then I also played Chains of Olympus, and I think I remember fighting Apollo in that. Um, don't remember who else. Maybe there was like a Titan battle or something. I don't know. That one kind of, it was a shorter experience. Didn't really stick with me as much. I did play it more recently than the other two, but I don't know. Um, Maybe playing it on the small PSP screen also made it kind of forgettable, but I don't know. Then there was Ghost of Sparta, I think is the one that I haven't played. I think that's another PSP game if I'm not mistaken. And I wish they would remaster them too on the PS, just whatever, PlayStation 4 and 5. Um, I'd probably play them on that. But yeah, in the meantime, I mean, this is like, I mean, those, I wonder how well the gameplay holds up. I'm sure it holds up pretty good, but the new God of War, like once you get used to it, it's just like, wow, it's like different at first because it feels stilted compared to how you could just, like the old ones were more, I guess, based around like free movement kind of style, you know, whereas like the new ones have a more over the shoulder, like tank like feel to them, the way you just kind of, you know, you move forward, turn left to right. You're not just like free controlling your movement with the analog stick. You know, it's more based on like the Resident Evil 4 sort of style. I mean, that game inspired a whole genre. I mean, a whole new style of gameplay, which kind of, um, I mean, yeah, it like took the tank controls to the modern era, so to speak. So I mean, games before that, there wasn't as many free movement games, but yeah, the whole God of War games were like that, and you just kind of run around any direction, roll around any direction. Like that's cool and all, but yeah, this new style is also really cool. And I don't know, there seems like, yeah, I mean now like it's just that there's so much more depth to the combat now with all the different weapons and abilities and stuff. Like wow. And I guess they added a whole bunch of new, like, from what I understand about this DLC is that it is um, also like, or it's that it doesn't carry over anything from your old game. It's just a completely new, like you start a new character basically, so you've got all new abilities and whatnot in that. I don't know how much actually carries over. I mean, I'm saying like nothing carries over, but I don't know how much they actually pulled from the base game and brought into this. I imagine something, right? Imagine you'll have um, the axe. Uh, there's the axe and the chains. The what are those called? The blades of Hades or something like that. Um, what's the axe called? I feel like that has a significant name too. Man, I'm really rusty on my God of War. I'm sorry. um, hmm. I do remember significant moments from the game. Like, yeah, there were some really impactful moments, very emotionally moving scenes and whatnot. So, yeah, looking forward to more of that. Just really good storytelling, just immense. But like I said, even if it's not that, even if it is more combat centric, I'm fine with that too. Cause like I said, I did everything, beat all the Valkyries and stuff like that. I think I did. I feel like I did turn up the difficulty at some point, but or that. Yeah, I don't remember how that works, but I remember there was all those challenges and stuff. I don't think it could have got any harder for me. I remember doing it at actually. Oh wait, they added I haven't done the new game plus, and it's possible that I didn't play it on the highest difficulty, and I thought about doing it again on the new game plus, but just been busy with a bunch of other games. Um, but I've been thinking about it, been wanting to potentially revisit it. Same with the first one, but yeah. There's always so many new games, don't really have time to revisit old ones all the time. But hopefully my new microphone's sounding good. I think I'll get off of here now, wait for this game to finish downloading, and then rename this video, and then start up again here soon. It's getting kind of late, so we'll just maybe play a little bit, just enough to just get back into the basics, just kind of, you know, whet my appetite a little bit, because it is the first day release, and I'm sure a lot of people are playing it right now. I think I caught some glimpse of some other videos on PlayStation. It seems to be pretty popular right now, so understandably so. But yeah, I was saying, sorry, I get so sidetracked. Hopefully my microphone setup's good. So basically, I just like put a hair tie around my microphone, because it's like one of those like flexible microphones that can like, it can just wobble all over the place. And it, like I said, I think it fell down. I think it got close to my mouth, so and I like to just keep it up. So yeah, with my hair tie, I'm able to like just keep it up, and so hopefully it's in a good spot and it's not popping too much. And try to move it to my face here. So this is what it sounds like next to my cheekbone. It's still propped up, but now it's like closer. I'm probably like a little bit louder, but let's see. I just like just making sure that you're not getting too much of that kind of sound. Then I'll move it away here, and then testing that. And I try, try not to do that too much with my breath anyway, but sometimes it happens, it's just how the voice is, right? So, yeah. Hopefully it's sounding good. I'll go check it out, and we'll be back.